Toxic relationships are those where the person is not doing something toxic to you intentionally. You might perceive what they are doing as toxic, but that's just their nature. For example, A and B, where A is always talking about shortage of money and wanting discounts wherever she goes, etc. And B doesn't like this. And B thinks that if I keep hearing her talk about that again and again, it's just going to drive me crazy. So A is not doing anything to be intentionally. So A is not a toxic person. That's just her nature. She talks about that with everyone. But B perceives this as toxic. So if she continues to stay in this relationship, it will drive her crazy and it will develop toxicity within her because she will keep thinking that that person is like this, she's saying like this, I don't like this, she's driving me crazy, right? So that is a toxic relationship, and the solution is very simple. You just either walk away from that relationship altogether, or you have a heart to heart with that person that this is what you're doing and it's driving me crazy. Can you please not do this while I'm around? If that person says go to hell, probably that person is toxic. But if that person understands, then you are both good. Whereas toxic people are those people who do bad things to us intentionally. They know that they are hurting us. They know that they are putting us down. They know that they are exploiting us, abusing us, manipulating us. And even if they don't know, but they still do this to one person only, not to everyone. That is a toxic person. They have something against you, which is actually karmic. There is a karmic bond, and you are also tied to that bond, so it is very difficult for you to leave such a person. This is why we find in domestic abuse cases or in sexual abuse cases, physical violence cases, where you find that the abuser is either the parent or sibling or lover or even boss of the abused is a toxic person, but the abused has a sort of attachment to the abuser and just can't leave him or her. The person who is being abused continues to stay in that relationship thinking that, this person will change. I'll change him or her with my love. Or, somehow they will see that they are doing something wrong to me and they will stop. Those are toxic people. And the only solution to those situations is to get away from that person because they will not change. You cannot change them unless they want to change, unless all of the karma has somehow been worked out, and then the person has a magical change of heart and that person stops abusing you, or you have a change of heart and you suddenly become empowered. But there is no guarantee of that. Maybe if you do a lot of sadhana, a lot of spiritual practices, it might happen. But if you stay in that relationship, it's less likely to happen because the other person also needs to work out their karma. The other person is also supposed to be willing to do the inner work, to see that they are toxic to you, etc. So there is no guarantee of that. It's better you get away and do your healing.